They say time heals. Time doesn't heal anything. You just learn how to hide the pain better. You walk through hell so many times, it starts to feel like home. You realize nobody's coming. That was the first damn lesson. You either die in the fire, or you become it. I stopped looking for a hand to hold a long time ago. Started building claws instead, sharp ones. I've been betrayed more times than I can count, smiled at by people who had knives behind their backs. Watched people I would have died for walk away like I was nothing. I still stood there, still watching their shadows disappear, while the silence screamed louder than their lies ever did. People think strength is muscles and noise. Strength is carrying your own damn coffin every day and daring the world to bury you in it. Strength is not reacting when your name is dragged, when your heart is broken, when your soul's on the floor and your mind's screaming to let go. You don't break. You grind your teeth and keep walking like the devil owes you money. I learned the hard way. Nobody respects a good man until he turns cold. Nobody respects the loyal until he cuts contact. They only understand your value after they lose access. You carry everybody until you realize no one's ever gonna carry you. You become your own savior, your own damn war. I ain't bitter, I'm real. There's a difference. Bitterness comes from weakness. Realness comes from survival. When you've tasted betrayal from the ones you protected, that's not bitterness, that's awakening. Silence became my answer. Pain became my mentor, and solitude became my power. I'm focused. I got rid of distractions dressed as love. Cut ties with people who only came around when it was convenient. I became allergic to inconsistency. Now if you shake my hand and your soul's fake, I feel it. Energy don't lie, smiles do. You think it's weakness to feel too much? To love too deeply? That's a warrior's curse. We fight hardest for the ones who throw us into battles, but that's over now. My empathy got limits. My kindness got conditions. My peace got a price. You can't sit at my table unless you brought scars, too. You don't speak my language? I used to wait. For apologies, for closure, for people to realize what they lost. I move in silence. If you lost me, you lost loyalty. You lost realness. You lost a heart that would have gone to war for you. That's your karma. And the silence, that's where the transformation happens. That's where I became dangerous, not angry, not emotional, focused. I found my peace in the fire, in the chaos. I don't seek revenge. I let karma eat with patience. I don't need to raise my voice anymore. My presence speaks. My absence teaches. The strongest ones are always alone, not because they want to be, but because they see too much, feel too deep, give too much, and expect too little. They're the ones who wipe their own tears in the dark and come out smiling in the light. and nobody sees it until they disappear. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to be remembered. Not for the noise, but for the storm I carried quietly. For the strength I built in isolation. That's my legacy. That's my revenge. And I don't need applause for that. They'll never understand what it costs to keep standing when your world's already fallen apart. They see the strength, the silence, the control, but they don't see the war that built it. They don't see the nights I stared at the ceiling asking God why I keep surviving storms meant to kill me. That's the kind of pain that doesn't make you weaker. It turns you into something else. You stop begging to be understood. You stop bleeding for people who never learned how to heal you. That's when the shift happens. That's when you go from a man who gave love to a man who gives lessons. You start realizing what you were chasing was never real. That love you fought for, that friend you would have killed for, just a shadow that vanished when your light went out. I watched every fake soul fall away when I went quiet, and I didn't chase. I didn't ask why. I didn't beg them to stay, because truth is, I was never hard to love. They were just too small to handle depth. They wanted shallow. They wanted easy. I gave them loyalty. I gave them my soul. And they gave me absence. Now they're watching from a distance. The one who stopped explaining, stopped forgiving, stopped showing up. Let me tell you something about being alone. It's where the legends are born. It's where real men are forged. Anybody can smile in a crowd. Anybody can pretend to be tough when they got back up. But sit with your demons. Sit with your regrets. Sit with the silence that reminds you how many times you were left behind. If you can rise from that, you're not human anymore. You're a storm, and storms don't explain themselves. They come, they destroy, and they leave everything different. That's who I became. That's who I had to become. But because the world doesn't respect softness, so I burned that softness and forged a new skin. Now I don't speak much. I move. I act. I let silence do the talking. Silence speaks louder than love ever did. People look at me now like I changed. I evolved. I shed skin after skin, pain after pain. I rebuilt myself from ashes. So many times I started liking the smell of smoke. I don't trust easy anymore. I don't give access to people who haven't bled for me, and I like it that way. No snakes, no liars, no energy leeches, just me, focused, hungry, dangerous. I don't care about status. I don't need validation. I don't want love that's conditional. Give me loyalty or get out the way. Give me real or stay silent. The strongest are always alone.